Hi YouTube, and this is going to be the back and shoulders workout. So I'm going to live stream it. You can join it and enjoy it as much as I do. Let's work out. So first we're going to start with classic lat pull downs. I'm going to do a few sets to warm up and then I'll go from there, maybe 3 sets of 8 or 10.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Add more.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Usually I wear my earphones so I don't hear what's going on around. Now I want to listen to the music and I want to still keep talking, so I just hear everything around me, every noise, everyone.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Just making sure everything is even. The distance and all.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
also the reason why I wear these things is I don't want to use my hands too much. I want to engage
Artlist.io.
my forearms and arms. I want to make sure that I can feel that in my lats without thinking about the grip. It's time to change the angle.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Got one more set.
Artlist.io.
I'll show you something. The plates. Someone came with their own plates in the bag.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Come on.
Music licensing reimagined.
Down here. Fun fact, I used to go to this gym like 3 months ago and they did the renovation here and have some friends who just paid
Artlist.io.
once and they just keep going there and no one asked them about anything. They just keep going for free. Of course they increased the price. So yeah, I paid the full price for 3 months. I can't take advantage.
Music licensing reimagined.
It's too nice. So I'm done with vertical lat pull downs. I'm going to do the horizontal lat pull downs.
Artlist.io.
And I'm going to do one thing that changed my life. And then I'm going to explain it to you later. Up and down.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
So what I did is I leaned forward because it actually engaged my lats more and I can feel my back much better, and because it's
Music licensing reimagined.
another angle that your left can work better in. There's a lot of people who just lean back and do the horizontal flat pull and just help themselves with that movement, like back. Like, don't do that. We want the hardest way possible to work out our back. That's what back is for.
Artlist.io.
To work hard. Hopefully you see it from that angle.
Music
So lean
licensing
forward.
reimagined.
Shoulders down. Let's go.
Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Just another angle. See my hard-working face, so you can get the full impression.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
We'll do one more set. This exercise.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
last set.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
So today I'm doing everything with both hands, engaging both sides at the same time. But I also like to do the unilateral work. I think it's very, very beneficial, especially if you have scoliosis and muscle imbalance, like I do. But not today. It's going to be the next workout. You can see it if you can subscribe and follow me and keep watching me.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Нормально.
Artlist.io.
Ну, примерно, да. Нет, я просто решила сделать видео. Мне сегодня первый раз, когда я решила поговорить, что одновременно, когда я тренер. Нет,
Music
здесь
licensing
нет.
reimagined.
Я так. Развлекаюсь, я тут могу? Да. Еще один. And here my microphone decided to die, so you'll have to listen to my attempts to recover whatever I was saying during the rest of the workout. So
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
I was told that I look too serious, and I don't know. Do I actually look too serious, or do I look like I want to kill someone when I work out? I don't know. Some people tell me that. And next on the menu is the chest supported row. I like to use this machine because I don't have to think about my balance or keeping everything in place, and just relax and do the exercise the way it's supposed to be done. And in the other gym, we had the same machine, but the distance was too short. So I had to put the yoga block to make the distance longer because I have long arms. Yeah, so it didn't feel the way it's supposed to feel without the yoga block. I'm glad this machine is not the same, and I don't have to use a block here.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
And I'm feeling that I'm going to do one more set of this exercise and then move on to my shoulders. I think I have about 30 more minutes of time to exercise my shoulders.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
We're gonna do taken as pieces. We're gonna do
Artlist.io.
so usually I would do the Smith machine shoulder press in the Smith machine behind the neck, but yeah, Smith machine was busy and I was like, whatever, I'll start with rear delt flies. I feel it's going to be a very logical decision, especially after I'm done with my back. So it's just going to polish my rear delts.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
And then I'm moving on to the lateral raises. I'm going to warm up a bit. I know I don't have to do that, especially after I did my back. But, you can never be safe enough. Why not?
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So first, I'm going to warm up with these twos, and I'm just going to do as many as I can till I feel the burn. I start with very, very lightweight. I feel that's a proper way to start your shoulder workout, because you don't want to start too heavy. If you start too heavy, then it's not going to be as effective.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So the reason behind why I do the seated lateral raises is because that helps me to feel the control in my shoulders much more without using any help from my body or legs. And yeah, when you sit, you have no other choice but to use your shoulders.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
So I decided to try something different because the Smith machine was calling me. It's not busy finally, so I was just passing by and I decided why not? Why not actually try something new? So let's see how it goes.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
I think I just understood how to do this exercise properly during my last set, because you're not supposed to pull it with your shoulders, you're supposed to pull it with your elbows out. That's a good cue to remember. I'll keep that in mind for the next time. And the cherry on top of the cake is going to be the shoulder press machine for the front delt, because I already worked out my rear and side delt. So that's a good finisher for today's workout.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
And I would like to mention how important it is not to twist your wrist when you do any kind of press, especially when you do the shoulder press. A lot of people tend to twist their wrist, and in the long run, it's going to cause a lot of pain and probably injury. So take care of your wrists now. And
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
so that's it for today. I'm done. Take my back and shoulders. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow for more, and I'll see you in the next one.